didn't know, I told you I'd be back with a wrestling collectible. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the value of wrestling. This is Wrestling Collectibles with the Big Tyme. This will be our second ever episode. If you haven't seen the first one, go check it out. Join us with Wrestling Collectibles. This is Wrestling Collectibles where I share some of my collectibles and we go on collectible hunts. We haven't got to do that. I wanted to do it at StockTon, but there were so many people and time constraints and other things that were going on. It just didn't work out the way we wanted it to, and it's a shame that we couldn't get it done at StockTon looking at collectibles. But we are going to Lodi Comic Con in September. Maybe I will be able to get that down packed along with the other things. But one thing that did happen at StockTon that was a big deal, a big hool. I've got to quickly, briefly, momentarily, whatever you want to say it, meet the man that really helped change the landscape of professional wrestling and brought us and a big component of the Attitude Era. And he's also part of the component that we have to actually acknowledge and say was part of the rise of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to meet the one, the only Kevin Nash. And yes, you can see NWO for life, his autographed two-time Hall of Famer on this Mattel Series 12. This is Series 12, the NWO set of Series 12 Legends. This box is pretty decent shape. A couple of nicks and bruises here, but I mean, overall, good solid shape. It's got the autograph, never opened. Kevin Nash in there giving the Wolfpack sign. This was Kevin Nash Wolfpack era. It has the Outsiders t-shirt in there, a couple extra hands. He's got a couple fists and then another hand doing a too sweet and something, open grabs. And of course, the Outsider t-shirt down in here. I am looking for the, oh yes, up here, we do have the marker for JSA, confirming that autograph, confirming that signature. This was done at StockTon. This was awesome. Got to shake the hands of the big man, Kevin Nash. And of course, Kevin Nash, a big component of the NWO and of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, you go, what do you mean Stone Cold Steve Austin? Well, if it wasn't for him and Scott Hall and Shawn Michaels and Triple H and their curtain call before both Kevin Nash and Scott Hall left WWE to go to WCW to create what would later become on the Monday Night Wars, the Attitude Era, and everything else that came out of that. They had the big infamous curtain call. Now, Triple H was on his way to a big push, but because the curtain call got a lot of heat, Nash and Hall were no longer in WWE. They were in WCW, so they couldn't be punished. And Shawn Michaels was the world champion, and they didn't want to punish him, so Triple H took a lot of the punishment for the curtain call. And he was slated to win the King of the Ring that year, and if it was him to be the King of the Ring, would we ever gotten Austin? Yeah, that was the year Steve Austin stepped up to the throne and became King of the Ring, and the birth of Austin 316 and Stone Cold Steve Austin came alive that day. If it weren't for that day, if it weren't for these guys doing that curtain call, would they be there? And of course, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall would both go on to WCW to help form the NWO along with Hollywood Hulk Hogan. That would change the revolution of professional wrestling and make WCW a name, a place to go watch TV when you were flipping back and forth between the 90s, when the Monday Night Wars and the Attitude Era were hot and heavy. But this is Mattel's Series 12, Kevin Nash action figure out of the NWO. If you look on the back, you do have the Hot Rod, Billy Gunn, Kevin Nash, and the JYD figures that came in Series 12. I believe I have a JYD figure around here. I don't think I ever got the Billy Gunn one, but I do also have the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper. This tells all about the history of WCW, what he did in WCW as being a WCW World Champion and WCW Tag Team Champion. This is Mattel Series 12 Legends Edition. This was not a Target exclusive, but most of these are going to find at Target. Lots of fun. I love this one, and now that it's signed and affirmed, it is awesome. And of course, you can't have one without the other, ladies and gentlemen. Also from Mattel, this was Series 11, so this came out before they did the Kevin Nash. This is the Scott Hall Elite Series 11 NWO. He's in the red and black shirt, the different hands, a beautiful set. This box is in good condition, other than this little bend up here, sadly. A little dusty, unfortunately. And of course, on the back, this series had the Macho Man, Big John Studd, and Bam Bam Bigelow, which I do have a Bigelow figure here, but this was a great one. And I mean, I can't show Kevin Nash and NWO days without showing the Scott Hall from Mattel Series 11 right there, Series 11. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. It is always hard to look at one of his action figures. I got the Legend Series Razor Ramon too. So that's always awesome to have that. I don't see it at the moment, but yes, this one was the compatible one. You know, got hauled, but of course, with the Kevin Nash being autographed, it makes it a extremely elite and obviously an awesome action figure to have it signed, certified by JSA, and it sits up here on the shelf. I have the card. That's a beautiful piece to add to the collection. Recently, big happenings happened, and I'm looking for it because it was just here. I swear it was just here. There it is. On my first episode, I took you over the New Japan Funko Pops of Cody Rhodes and one set of the Young Bucks, which sit back here, right here, as you can see. I have a hole here because, ladies and gentlemen, it happened. I talked about it. I needed to find him. It's the last piece of that series. This was a definitely a grail piece to finish this series out. But I did find the Kenny Omega that was part of the set 2018 New Japan Pro Wrestling Kenny Omega Funko Pop. Kenny Omega in there in the black pants with some green and yellow gold colored boots, little striping, Bullet Club emblem on the back. This is Bullet Club Kenny Omega right at the esque of what I believe was when Cody was going out and Omega was taking over. And this was awesome. This is number one, Kenny Omega. Him and Cody on the back there. It is in a sealing, a box protector. This box is in great condition. This one was a hard piece to find. It's valuing about $56. You can find a little higher, a little lower some places, but an average cost of $56 to find this magical piece. It is nice to have Kenny Omega. It's nice to be able to put him over here and finish out the set. He goes with the boys here. I really try not to tear anything up here as we put this up there. But yes, Kenny Omega on the Funko Pop. I'll put that up in a second. But yeah, we have Kenny Omega finally. So that set is complete. We're going to look for many other sets. I have some new ones that are coming in and can't wait for those. But we did talk about NWO, so it's time to talk about NWO Funko Pops because that is the real deal here. And we'll start with the first one, the first set of this. This is NWO Originals, black and white, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. This is from Funko in 2021. This was, of course, right here, a Walmart exclusive. Series 1. I did get this one through my buddy at the Goldmine. So as always, if you're looking for Funko Pops to collect like mine, whether it's wrestling related or any other Funko Pops, you can go to the Goldmine. The link's in the description of this video below. We've posted the video many times. Go find the Goldmine on Facebook. It's a group. Tell them that the Value Wrestling sent you. Fill out the form. Tell them what Funko Pops you're collecting, whether it's wrestling or any other series or sets, and they're going to hook you up. And this is one that I also got for Miguel C. Miguel C, our buddy here on the channel, does actually have this one also. But this is the black and white, the Walmart exclusive, all three of the original founding members of the NWO. And that's exciting to see. The Funko Pop 2021, black and white. And of course, there's the alternative version. And this box is, again, we'll talk about this box. Box is in really good condition, solid piece. When you get anything at the Goldmine, the Goldmine, they're collectors. They collect their own and then they resell. And so when they are trying to find you your pieces, they are really going to make sure they get the best pieces in your hands. They are going to make sure these boxes look clean. They are not going to buy you or send you something that is not in near mint condition. Now, granted, sometimes they're going to find ones and it may be an opportunity that may not be in perfect condition, but they're always going to work with you. But most of the time, and I'll tell you about 99.9% of the time, and always, if you're looking for a particular piece, if it's a holy grail, he's going to go out and find the very best of that piece for you. He's never going to come back with junk. And I know that for a fact because he's taking good care of me over there at the Goldmine, finding me the NWO black and white, and of course then coming up with the NWO black and red Hulk Hogan, the Outsiders, all black and red, Hulk Hogan in the black, or the red and yellow, and National Hall, of course, in the black and red. This is the alternative 2021 piece here. That's awesome. Of course, these guys have different things on the back. This one has one I'm waiting for, the Cody Rhodes edition with the Bruise. But this is a great set. It's a 3-pack. I love it. It's one of my favorite pieces. So you have both the NWO black and white, the NWO red and black, red and yellow there. Two great sets, two great pieces. Coming out of Funko for Wolfpack for NWO. It's great to have both of those for these, since there's such a huge variant. And I mean, you could sit them side by side. Here you have Hogan with his hands on his waist. Here Hogan has both his hands in the up. Scott Hall has his hands out doing his pose. Here he has both his hands out. Kevin Nash there with his arms down, but here ready and looking like he's ready to fight. So that is awesome. That is NWO black and white. NWO the red, yellow, red and black. A great set there. Honestly, awesome to see those pieces come in and be a part of the collection. I love it. I hope you're enjoying it. These are hard to find. Go out and find yours. If you can't find them, go check out the Goldmine on Facebook. All you got to do is check that link in the description below, and they're going to help you find Funko Pops. Now, my other collectibles are hit or miss, but if they come to Funko Pops, that's the place to go. Let them know what you're looking for. It doesn't matter if it's wrestling related. It can be any Funko Pops. He's found me some that I didn't even know. I have a couple of Letterkenny sets. I've also started the Office, the movies, Funko Pops. And we're finding others. I look for Mr. Miguel Z. I look for other people to collect for Funko Pops. So if you're looking for certain Funko Pops, reach out to Goldmine. They're right there on Facebook. They will ship all over. They will work with you. Talk to them, and they're going to do you good. They're going to give you the best price. They're going to show you the book value and give you a really good deal. So check them out. They're going to hook you up real good. No doubt about it. They've been good to me. They've helped regrow my pop collection. I started a pop collection many years ago. Had way more than I have now. Then I bowed out of it because it's getting a little crazy. And thanks to the Goldmine, I'm starting a recollection that is growing and becoming awesome to see. Creating new pieces, and I got several new pieces I'm going to be excited to bring into you. And then we're going to go over those on another Wrestling Collectibles. But recently, this is still on Ringside Collectibles, I believe. Let's just verify this. This is a Ringside Collectibles. Go to ringsidecollectibles.com, all one word together. You can go there. They have pre-arrivals, new arrivals. They have all types of stuff, and then they have exclusive products all the time with some of the best exclusive products you can get when it comes to professional wrestling, action figures and figurines. And one thing they do have is they have some great sets available to you on ringsidecollectibles.com, limited, exclusive. So what we're going to talk about right now is our good buddy that we met at Stockton Con, our good friend, and I'm excited to share this one because this one doesn't look like it's up on the page anymore. It looks like this one's sold out. This was a Ringside Collectibles exclusive and a limited edition. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the Major Brothers Wrestling Figures podcast, Ringside exclusive set here. The Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, Matt Cardona pulling off his purple a rendition of what would be the $1 Million Man, and Brian Myers, bare minimum Brian. They both come with luchador heads that you can swap out. You can switch them to what they look like here. But this is a Major Brothers wrestling figure podcast. Wrestling figure, scratch that figure itch, as Matt Cardona would say. This is one of theirs. This is exclusive to the to the Ringside Collectibles. And this set does not look like it's on the website. Now, there are two others. There's the Major Chicago 2-pack, which is one of 800. And this was one of 800 also. That's what that sticker right there is. A limited edition, exclusive, one of 800. They have the Chicago, where both Matt Cardona and Brian Myers are dressed up in red and black and white and red Chicago Bulls colors. Set, which are very similar. They're just in Chicago Bulls. And then they have the one that's one of 1,200, a 2-pack from them too. So those are still up on the ad channel, but this are up on Ringside Collectibles. But this one seems to be sold out and makes me really excited that I went ahead and bought that one so quickly. To have here, and it's awesome to see And of course, they have some other sets. They have the ringside exclusive GCW Deathmatch 2-pack Matt Cardona and Nick Gage, and then they have the ringside exclusive Chase variant. So they have two different variants in that set. Those are both a little higher on the other side. Where this set, I believe, was $12.99, $11.99, $10.99, somewhere in that ballpark. The two that are up there, the Chicago one's $12.99, and then the regular one is $9.99. So you definitely want to get over there and check these out. These are from the Major Podcast. These are Matt Cardona's figures. So you may want to get over there as soon as you can to purchase those if those are something you want to have in your wrestling figure collection, because they are sets, they are limited editions. You're only going to get them while you can. So go over there to ringsidecollectibles.com and get yours a day. It's awesome to be able to do this and show these off. This is one of my favorites. I like this one better than the other two. I definitely love to get the other two, but we will have to wait and see what happens there as we move forward and progress. So we will definitely look into that, hopefully, in the next few days. But if you want to go over there and get them, Ringside Collectibles, they're exclusive. Go to the search bar and type in Matt Cardona, and you will find those. Anything else? Christmas and July sale, hundreds of deals, massive savings, no coupons needed. Use code SHIPFREE60 for free shipping on orders $60 plus for U.S. addresses shipping to the lower 48 states, or use the code July 5th for 5% off, no minimum. And the Value Wrestling would love to work with Ringside Collectibles and getting our very own promotion code for Ringside Collectibles, because we will start buying more from Ringside Collectibles. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Big Tyme. This is my Wrestling Collectibles show. We're going to share more collectibles. I've got some more that are coming later in the year that are going to be exciting to get my hands on. Lots of stuff coming up with Wrestling Collectibles. They just had San Diego Comic-Con where they introduced a lot of the collectibles, the new models, the new figurines. Maybe I'll need to sit down and go over all the ones that have come out of that, because there's some great ones that I can't wait to see and get a hands on. Because, I mean, geez, there are some great action figures coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, WWE, Mattel, just killing it. And I can't wait to see a lot of these new figures. I know they got a new Yokozuna that looks amazing. I have a Yokozuna sitting over here. Plus many, many, many more action figures. They have another CM Punk that's coming out. That is awesome looking. They have the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns with Alpha and Sika in a set. A Ravishing Rick Rude. A Jim Neidhart going back to when he was tagging up with Owen Hart in the New Foundation. They have a Farouk Assad, Nation of Domination. They have a Sid Vicious. They have the Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 12 with what looked like the ripcord when it came down to the ring. A beautiful Ravishing Rick Rude. Can't wait to see some of these in person. How amazing they're going to look. Not seen. I wonder if this is last year's. No, there's the Papa Shango. They have the Ultimate Warrior with Mean Gene Okerlund, and Papa Shango put a curse on him. It's going to be Greatest Grudges of 92. Papa Shango and the Ultimate Warrior, a 2-pack set. It looks like some awesome stuff. There's some great stuff coming out when it comes to Mattel's and WWE action figures. I can't wait to see these. I believe they also have, which could be really exciting, a West Texas Redneck set. There is a West Texas Redneck set with what looks like Mr. Perfect. They have a Boss Man out. I did see today at Target they have Big Bubba Rogers along with Jamal and Rosie of 3-Minute Warning sitting out there. So that could be some awesome stuff coming forward. Commissioner Shawn Michaels is going to be a build your own figure. DDP's got 2 different variants. There's the West Texas Redneck set. A lot of great stuff coming out. Another Razor Ramon that looks awesome and stunning. Dusty Rhodes. A Dusty Rhodes figure that looks awesome. A great, awesome looking Big Van Vader with the cape and the WCW World title. Variants, a Mankind with Sacco. The Mick Foley era, a new Eddie Guerrero figure coming out that looks awesome. They got a Lex Luger one that's coming out. They have the new main event Jey Uso figure that looks awesome. A nice Gunther figure. Seth Rollins in this devil getup. They have a Dominic Mysterio one that's coming out. They have Rey Mysterio from WrestleMania and the big head mask. They have a new Bray Wyatt. I believe it's from the Royal Rumble with all the getup. They have a Great Muta coming out. More Kevin Nash and Scott Hall stuff. And of course, the Steiner Brothers action figures looking really cool too. So a lot of great figures that are coming out. They have a looks like Justin Hawk Bradshaw with JBL in the very, very early days. A lot of stuff there. A lot of great action figures that I see coming out. Oh, they have the CM Punk when he got his head shaved and was wearing the mask for the Straight Edge Society. The CM Punk when he returned to WWE at 2023 Survivor Series. They have the whole LWO set, which includes Rey Mysterio, Selena Vega, and of course Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro. They have a Carlito Caribbean Cool, Dragon Lee, a Tiffany Stratton, a CM Punk in the Macho Man getup, a King Sheamus, two different Natalias coming out, a Dudley set going back to almost ECW era Dudleys. Yes, it's ECW era Dudleys with the ECW titles. They have the Headbangers. They have Imperium. They have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossover, which is a set that looks like Kofi and Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods playing Donatello. Kofi playing Michelangelo. Rey Mysterio playing Raphael. And Seth Rollins playing Leonardo. And, of course, playing Casey is Cody Rhodes, and it looks like the Shredder Man is going to be played by one Roman Reigns. In the many old school action figure sets from back in the day, they have it looks like they have a Shawn Michaels British Bulldog, a Luncher Brace, Dr. Isaac Yankem, which is an official retro 4-pack, and a ring, a purple ring with a old school Brother Love action figures. Some great stuff. Go check out the Comic-Con series sets that are coming out. There's some great retro figures. We're doing throwbacks. Lots of great stuff. Can't wait to see those come out. We're going to talk more about those when we get more details. It's going to be an exciting time. So join us for all that. On the Big Time, this is the value of wrestling. This is Wrestling Collectibles. I hope you enjoyed what I shared with you today, and I can't wait to do another one with you. But until next time, I'm out of here.